in this video, I'm going to be going over my Lyft driver pay. I'm going to be going over all the money that I made from Lyft last week and I think another week ago, because they're throwing out some nice bonuses right now, mainly because there's no drivers on the road. Riders are having long wait times in between rides. And so in order to incentivize drivers to get back out there, Lyft is offering bonuses. So I check the app every week just to see what they're offering. And sure enough, this was another week where they are, they don't show you at first, but then they sneak one in there. They sneak a bonus in there, little middle of the day on Monday. And they always send me a text and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll go drive. So what I've been doing is driving on the part-time basis with Lyft just because their bonuses only require me to do 20 rides and they're going to pay me an extra bonus. So I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Why not? And I've noticed some things recently driving with Lyft and driving with Uber that there's a certain, when you're driving and there's a certain way, there's a certain hack you can use to stay within like a certain area. So like I think that's so important because like when you're out there trying to hit a ride bonus, like a ride quest, meaning like let's say for instance all I had to do was 20 rides and I was going to receive a bonus. Well, the best way to do that is to get as few rides as possible, right? So I mean not as few rides, but as short a ride as possible. So like, and how do you do that? How do you make that happen? Well, I really did discover a little bit of a hack on that. It's not going to be available for everybody, but for some of you it will. And it kind of led me to the conclusion of, what's the best car to drive for rideshare? And that's definitely a video I want to make in the future is, what's the best car? So I want to be talking a little bit about that. But if you're a driver, let me know, like, are you driving right now? I would love to hear what you're doing. Are you driving and what area are you driving in and what kind of money are you making? Are they offering bonuses? But let me, let me plug in my phone so I can pull the app up here on the screen. Yeah. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you everybody for being here. We're going to go through the app and then we're going to go through a couple other things. I'll answer some questions and then I'll go through, I'm going to go through some of the questions there and some of the comments that I've been receiving lately and just talk about what's happening in the marketplace. There's definitely some long waits for riders. They are definitely out there and waiting a little bit too long. And definitely been complaining about that. So I expect the bonuses to keep coming because the riders have to wait so long. It's definitely a bad piece it's a bad look for Lyft and a bad look for Uber. So we'll see what they do in the near future. But let me get the app up. And then let me pull that up on the screen here. So just wait. Give me just 1 second, guys. There we go. Okay, where are we gonna put that? Perfect. So this is the Lyft app right here. Let me switch this around because I want to be on the other side. Am I gonna be able to do that? I think I went through this last time and I wasn't able to do it. Oh, I know why. But then that's too much. Yeah, we went through this last time. And I wasn't able to do it. So we're going to bring it back. I just went on the other side. Anyways. Here's the deal. Here's the Lyft app. Let's go through it. Let's go through my pay. Let's see what kind of bonuses they're offering right now. So, as you can see, they're doing the guarantee. So it's $530 guarantee. Now, this is different from the bonus that I'm speaking of. So with this bonus, with this guarantee, it's not exactly a bonus, but it does guarantee you a certain amount of money per ride, which I think is excellent, right? Because you want to protect yourself out there. You want to make sure that you're getting as much money as possible. Right now in Boston, Massachusetts, where I drive, the governor has not allowed for the surge pricing to come on. So there's no actual like real-time bonuses. So when you're driving out there, if there's a high demand, there's just no bonuses right there. So I know like some people, some states right now, they are they do have the bonuses going on. So in Massachusetts right now, there is no surge, and that's a main reason. That's a main reason that there's not enough drivers out there. That's one of the main reasons. The other reason is the fact that drivers are collecting unemployment. So with that being said, there are good bonuses out there. There are good guarantees, and you don't have to. So there's two sides of that, right? If there's no surge pricing, like you can't go out there and earn the extra bonus. But because there is no surge pricing, Lyft and Uber are both implementing bonuses, like they're putting in guarantees to make sure you make enough money to incentivize you to get out there and drive. And so that's what's going on right here. By the way, I think that right now is one of the best times to be a driver because there's not a lot of drivers on the road. There's high demand. You'll stay busy all day long. And if you want to become a driver and you're thinking about becoming a driver, use my link in the description. There's a link there. All you have to do is click on the link and sign up to drive. It's going to take about probably about 2 weeks for the background check to come through. So if you need to make money now, you can definitely do it. But sign up now so that in 2 weeks you can become a driver. And here's some more incentive to use my link. When you use my link, I'm also going to throw in a free dash cam. That's the Vanture N2 Pro dash cam. I've been giving dash cams away on this channel for a long time now. So I'm going to give you the dash cam. Now, terms do apply, right? You have to finish the guarantee process. So you have to do the 30 days. The 30-day challenge, you have to complete so many rides, and we can actually show that. I'll show you exactly what it looks like in a little bit. But you complete the 30 days, pass the background check, complete the 30 days, and then I'm going to throw in the free dash cam. You also have access to me for free coaching, answer any questions that you do have, because there is some ins and outs that you need to know when it comes to rideshare, and it's always great to have a mentor. I wish I had one when I first started. Let me go to some questions real quick. So Kevin Hawthorne, hey man, what's going on from down there in Lakewood, Florida? Appreciate you being here. Caroline, wow, this is a bonus. Assuming that bonus applies only to Lux drivers. No, that's not true. That bonus is for everyone, Caroline. Thanks for being here, by the way. My brother is a Lux driver and gets those offers too, but I'm a regular driver and don't have those offers. Caroline, where are you driving? What city are you driving in? I would love to know that. Because right now I'm going to show you the bonus that I did receive in my pay. So this is the guarantee. So that 530 guarantee, and that's for 37 rides. So if we do the math on that real quick, it's 530 divided by, 37 rides? So that's $14.32 per ride. They're going to say that you go out and give 37 rides, we're going to guarantee that you make $530. So on average, that's going to be about $14 per ride. So Caroline, you're in Los Angeles. So in Los Angeles, I believe that they have the bonus pricing on. So I think that out there in California, you're going to get, you have availability for the surge pricing. So when there's high demand, I think you can take advantage of the bonus pricing that's out there. Off the latest videos I've been watching on YouTube about California, they do have the surge pricing on. But in Boston, they don't have the surge on, right? So they said because of the pandemic, we're still in the pandemic, which actually all the restrictions are going to be lifted at the end of this month. So on the 29th here in Boston, Massachusetts, we will see the surge pricing go back on. So, and I do believe when the surge pricing comes back on, I can't say that for sure, but I know that the governor is relieving restrictions. So basically, like the state of Massachusetts can go back to normal at this point on the 29th. So no mask restrictions, everything can open up to max capacity, full capacity and everything like that. Caroline, how long have you been a driver? So that's why they're offering these guarantees. So $14, per ride, which is good. Like, especially if you're driving like Lyft Economy, Uber X, basically, same thing. So those are really good guarantees, especially if you can manipulate your app to keep you in a certain area, right? Because when I'm out there and I'm trying to take advantage of these guarantees, I'm trying to do short rides. I want short rides, quick, simple rides, like just ping-ponging throughout the city. That's all I want. I just want like short little ones. Now, here's my thing with Lyft Economy and then versus like Lyft XL, Lyft Lux. And Caroline, I do have a Lyft Lux vehicle. And I do, it's a Lyft Lux and an XL. So, but when it comes to the Lyft, what I noticed, and here's the hack, right? So listen to this one. I noticed that with the Lyft Economy rides, I might like position myself inside the city. Like I can use the destination filter to take me into the city, and then my plan is once I'm in the city, just to stay in the radius of the city and kind of just give rides all around, and that way the rides come quick, right? You pick up a ride and you finish a ride quick. 10 to 15 minutes, rides. If I can get 3 to 4 rides per hour, then I'm on a good track, right? If you can get that rate, you're on a good track. And they'll be short, so you're definitely going to maximize that guarantee, that $530 guarantee. Now, but what I did notice after doing this and all the modes, that the Lyft Economy rides, oftentimes people will take a 30-minute ride with the Lyft Economy, and they'll take you way out of your zone, and you're losing traction now. You're losing your short ride status, right? Like we want the short rides because the longer rides, yeah, we're going to make $14 a ride, right? So there's actually no guarantee helping us at that point. So basically, when that happens, you have to come back into the city. You have to come back into the city and you have to get more rides, right? So it's like you lose out on that guarantee. Now, what I noticed when I kept it in XL, like XLs are coming like that. I mean, just ping, ping, ping. If I put in XL mode in the city of Boston, I get so many rides. I get so many rides there. And what I noticed is that they're never really long ones. They never take me far out of the city. And the other part of that too is even if they do take me out of the city, I'm kind of happy about that because the rate on an XL is so much higher than the economy rides, right? You're literally getting 3 times more on the Lyft XL than you are on the regular Lyft, on the Lyft economy modes. And let's just go to the rate card real quick, and I just want to show that. So we have to go into, I forget where that is right now, actually. It's in here somewhere. I just have to remember where it is. Is it in the dashboard? I think it might be here. And then you have to go onto this menu, and then the rate card. So let's go to the rate card, and we can see the rates here. Yeah. Okay. So with this rate card, right, so let's look at it. So right up top, you can see the top menu. There's Lyft, Lyft Lux, Lyft XL, Black, and Black XL. But let's start here at Lyft. The base rate is $1.57 up top there. You can see it, and what that means is like that's the base rate. So when you pick up a ride, that's what you're going to be getting. You're going to be getting at least $1.50 just for the pickup. Cancel maximum is $15. Cancel minimum $2. Maximum rate of $300. So like I've never even gotten a ride that's that high, but if you were to get a ride that's $300, that's going to be like so far away. But you better not go over $300 because then you know what I mean? If you should have got paid more than $300, they're only going to pay you $300. Minimum rate is $3.75. So the minimum that you'll get on a ride is $3.75. And that right here, here's the important part. Because when I say that guarantee, remember the guarantee was for $14 per ride? Well, a lot of the rides are super short and you're going to get $3.75 per ride. So when you can maximize that guarantee and you can just do short rides, you're really going to kill it, So they're going to pay you $14 per ride, but on average you'll get like $3 to $5 per ride. So that's like an extra $9 to $10 you can get extra per ride. Let me check out what Carolyn's got to say here. So Carolyn says, right, I've been highly considering upgrading my vehicle to Lux XL. I drove my brother's car as a Lux driver for a week and saw what a difference in earnings I made. Yeah, Caroline, totally. You're absolutely right. So you could upgrade your vehicle. I really want. So one of the videos I'm going to do is I want to dig into the vehicles that you can get and like try and determine like what's the best vehicle to get. Now, in my opinion, after driving Lyft XL, Lux, and Lyft Economy, right? I have my Acura MDX, which is, it's black on black leather. I qualify for all of them. So Lyft, Lux XL, Lyft XL, Lux Black, and Lux Black XL. So I get to see every piece, every bit of the, all the different rides. So like I get to see what's going on. And I honestly think like, especially if you live in an area that doesn't have a ton of Lux rides, like Caroline, I don't know how many Lux and Lyft XL rides you got, but sometimes you just, if you get a car that's just a Lux, you might not get as many rides. I firmly believe that the XL is probably the most popular of the premium rides, and so in my opinion, I really think that like the best vehicle to probably probably the best vehicle to get would be like a hybrid minivan, right? And here's the other thing too. I think that I would rather have a car that I do for rideshare. If I'm going to do rideshare, I want a car that is not my personal vehicle. Best case scenario, best case scenario. And some of you might be thinking like, oh yeah, well, who wants two cars? Well, what I do appreciate? I appreciate getting into my own vehicle where 1,000 people weren't just riding in it. Like I'd rather have a vehicle that I use just for work, like just for rideshare, and then come back home and have my own vehicle that like for me and my daughter. My daughter, when I'm driving her around, it's like it's our car. It's not everybody else's car. It's just like I get tired of cleaning it all the time and things like that. So if I had just a work vehicle, I think that's a great way to go. Now, some of you might be thinking like, oh, that's going to be super expensive. Well, you know what? I rented a car a couple weeks ago for Uber, and because I wanted to test it out, and I will put the link for that video either in a card here, like for the replay, or it's going to be in the description. So I'll show you the pay that I earned on the rental with the rental vehicle. Now I paid $280 a week, including their insurance, the fees, and then it cost me like $100 in gas for the entire week. So I mean, it was super awesome. So that's $380 for the week, but I also brought in $1,800, and I could have easily brought in $2,000, $2,200. And the best part about that, renting the car, is I didn't have to worry about the car when I was done. I just handed it over and like I was done. I don't have to worry about maintenance. I don't have to worry about anything going wrong with the car and things like that. But if you have a second car, if you have like, let's say the minivan, that hybrid is going to get good gas mileage, or you can get an electric van. I know Chrysler has a full electric van, which I know will do great on gas. But you could have that van, and having that van would allow you to maximize. You can do XLs, you can do the regular, Lyft Economy, Uber X, and then you'd be able to make sense of doing like Uber Eats as well, because you're going to get your gas mileage is going to be good enough where it makes sense to have that van. And that when you get those XL rides, it really like boosts your pay. And I want to get into that a little bit. Caroline, that would be a great video idea. I'm considering a Lexus RX 350L because it qualifies for a Lux XL and Lux. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then pre-pandemic, he wasn't getting a lot of Lux requests. Yeah, and and that's what I really think. I really think that XL, like, because a lot of people get the XL just for a short ride, like. So in Boston, in the city of Boston, 4 or 5 people, 6 people, right now max is 5 people for the XL rides. But in Boston, like people just want to go out, right? They're like, oh, I'm going to go from this side of the city to that side of the city. And it's just a group of people, a group of friends, family maybe. And they're just ping ponging around the city, which is excellent. Like the average of my rides with the XL were like $10, right? And I'm not going, even though I'm not going for that guarantee, there's a bonus that I'm going to show you that, that they're putting out there. That I earned like past couple weeks. But I like those short rides. That's what I want. And that's why I think the XL, a minivan XL, by the way, because with my MDX SUV, like I have to fold the back seats down to let people in the back, in the way back, in the third row. I like the minivan because it's just like less hassle, and honestly there's a little bit more room, and I think people feel more comfortable in it, and it's just an easier in and out of the car itself. And I really think that like my seats are going to get broken from everybody climbing in and out of them. So that's why I really recommend like the minivan. And I'm even considering getting a minivan in the future just for like this purpose. I just think those XL rides are where it's at. I really do, especially in the city. And like I said, your insurance with the XL is if somebody takes you way outside the city or the area you want to be in, you're going to get a massive rate, right? So let's go into that. What else do we need to see here? So we have the base rate, the cancel maximum. Okay, it's not really that important. We're per mile, right? So here's per minute and per mile, right? These are going to be the main things that we're going to look at because it really changes when you go into Lux and when you go into Lux Lyft XL. So with the per mile, you're getting 66 cents per mile. That's horrible. That's horrible, like, because it doesn't really like cover you on the car, like, because right now the IRS is going to give you, it's either 57 cents or it's 60 cents per mile write-off when you go to do your taxes. And I hope everybody did their taxes because they're past due at this point. But 66 cents, right? So let's say it's 57 cents. That's I know it was last year, anyways. That only gives you 9 cents profit per mile on your car. 9 cents per mile. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you know how much is going to go wrong with your car? That 9 cents per mile is not going to cover it. You know, it doesn't give you any profit is what I'm saying. And then the per minute, 27 cents per minute. What is that times 60? Let's see what the hourly rate is on that. $16 an hour. So they're actually paying you $16 an hour, which is basically minimum wage. You're getting minimum wage for your time. Oops, sorry. You're getting $16 per hour minimum wage for your time while you're out there driving. It's really not that great. So basically what I'm saying, if they're not giving you the bonuses, then it's just not worth it. It really is just not worth it. If they're not giving you those guarantees, if they're not giving you those bonuses, it's just totally not worth it. That's my so that was a message from Fiverr, guys. I'm on Fiverr, and I build my business on Fiverr. So real quick side note, if you're looking to get out of driving for Uber, make sure that you start like learning how to do side gigs, do freelancing, especially on Fiverr. I absolutely love Fiverr. If you guys need some help with that, definitely reach out to me. I can show you some things on there, and I'm happy to share. But going back over here, all right, now let's check out the Lux rates. All right, base rate 325.22. You're gonna get that for just showing up. Maximum rate 375, minimum rate $6 per mile. Now look at this, $1.44, right? So look at, what was it before? It was 57 cents per mile. Now we're doing $1.44. So 57, oh no, 66. Divided by 44? It's 45. 45%. How am I doing that? How am I trying to think of that? I think it's like 55% more, but it's like 3 times more, right? Almost 3 times more. 57 goes into $1.44. $66. I keep saying it wrong. So almost 2.2 times more per mile that you're getting with Lux than with Lyft Economy. And then the per minute, 56 cents per minute. That's double. That's $32 an hour. $33.60 per hour when you're driving with Lux. So you can see like these, when it goes up, when you get into the premium modes. Now let's look at the XL. Hold on, I gotta jump into Caroline right here. What's up? She goes, you're absolutely right. Prepaid. Yeah. Your videos have been so helpful, and thank you so much for answering all my questions. Yes. Hey, Caroline, you're welcome, and I appreciate you being here. Hey, guys, if you're getting value here, smash up that like button. Lets the algorithm know that you do like this kind of videos, and that it lets me know, helps me know what kind of videos I need to make in the future. So, yeah, definitely, if you're getting value, smash up that like button. I would definitely appreciate it. I work hard here and try to bring you the best videos that I can. So, on Lyft XL, base rate, $2.65. The cancel maximum, I'm not really interested in that. Per mile, $1.72, right? So now we're going way up. This is 3 times as much as Lyft Economy. So 1.72 divided by 66, or almost 3 times, right? So 2.6 times more that you're getting on Lyft XL per mile, right? So now you're actually making a profit. So then if we minus the the 0.57 per mile, you're making you're actually profiting $2 per mile. Now that 57 cents per mile that the IRS gives you as a write-off, that should cover all your basic maintenance, provided that you don't have the huge costs, right? So you just kind of like factor that out. And once you factor out the 57 cents per mile, anything above that is your profit. So on Lyft Economy, you're profiting 9 cents per mile. With Lyft XL, you're profiting $2 per mile, right? So now you're actually making money with your vehicle's making you money at that point, all right? And this is such an important factor, and I really think the XL is the way to go, and I'm supporting it right now. And then the per minute for the XL is 30 cents. So 0.30 times 60 minutes in an hour. So now we're doing $18 an hour. You're getting a little bit more for your time on the XL, and then plus you're profiting $2 per mile. So when you're profiting the $2 per mile, I'm happy to be taking those long rides. Like if I'm in the city and I get an XL ride and it's taking me 30 miles, 25, 30 miles out of the city, hey, you know what? That's not too bad, right? So let's say they take me 20 miles out of the city. So what I say it was 1.72 times 20. So there's $34 that I'm going to get right away. And then plus the time that I put in. How many of your Lyft economy rides are $34, right? But I'm going to break it down and get into I'm going to break down my earnings right in just a second. We are both likely going to upgrade cars. Only hesitation is only vehicles that qualify now for Lux XL don't have the best miles per gallon and are not hybrid. Do you think the earnings would still be worth it? I really do. Where's my water? Getting a little hoarse here. How's the sound, by the way? I hope the audio is good. So I really do want to dig in. I'm going to make that video, the miles per gallon on the hybrid. I think the hybrid's going to be good in the city. I think a lot of times they're going to get like 25 miles per gallon in the city, which is not like incredible, right? Like I rented a car and I was getting, it was a little 4-cylinder Sentra, and I was getting 32 miles per gallon, which is great when you're doing Uber X. So a little bit worse would be a van at 25 mpg, and like we'll get into this in just a second, and I want to look at that. So by the way, I don't know if you're thinking about it, but if you're thinking about signing up for Lyft, as another reminder, link in the description down below. Sign up using my link. You're going to get a free dash cam from me. You're going to get free, hey, not right now. You're going to get free dash cam from me. You're going to get free coaching from me. I'm going to help you out any way I can. I'm going to put together even more stuff to give you. But link in the description, sign up. Let's see. I think the bonuses right now, I think you're going to get like a $2,800 guarantee right now for when you sign up with Lyft. And we'll jump in that in just a second. But let's see. What is it? I want to go. I should have put my phone in airplane mode. I'm going to do that right now. So if you want to sign up for Lyft, let me show you what it looks like. Let's see what you're going to get. Where's my... Just give me a second here. Where's my... Is it? No. There it is. Lyft. Let's hit it. Let's see what it says. So you're going to make $2,500 guaranteed in Boston. Now, this is just Boston. So you can drive in other cities too. So you can sign up with this link in other cities. And like I said, you're going to get a free dash cam from me. It's a Vanture N2 Pro. And you're going to get free coaching from me too. So I'll be there to help you. So it's 160 rides for your first 30 days to make $2,500. So you have to do 160 rides in 30 days. So 160 divided by 30 days. So you're doing like 5.33 rides per day. But honestly, you can do, if you just do 5 rides in the morning, 5 rides at night, or whenever, however you want to do it. That's just how I like to do it. I like to break it up. You're going to be just fine. Or you can just go out on the weekends and you can do 20 rides like on the weekend, and then 20 rides on the weekend. So let's divide that by like 4, right? Like 160 divided by 4 weekends. You got to do 40 rides. So you'd have to do like a long Saturday and a long Sunday, or you can break it up every day and do like 5 rides a day, or 2 rides, 3 rides in the morning, 3 rides at night. However you want to do it. I think it's really good. But that's actually really good money. So 2,500 divided by 160. And that's $15 a ride, right? So like I said, Lyft is paying out really good bonuses right now. $15 per ride guaranteed. That's a good guarantee. I would definitely take advantage of that. And the whole goal when you're doing this is trying to get the shortest rides possible, okay? So try to get the shortest rides possible. That's like in the inner city. If you have a minivan that qualifies, I would definitely get out there and do the XL. That's the way to go. You have really good rates in your area. Lux here is 48 cents a minute and 90 cents a mile. Yeah, Boston's a little bit higher rate, I think, for driving, but we also have a higher cost of living. And DFW is Dallas Fort Worth, I'm sure. I think. So, anyways, yeah, we have higher rates, but higher cost of living. Like, I mean, guys, my rent is $2,100 a month. I don't know what you're paying. I have a 2-bedroom. You know, what's yours? So, okay, enough of me flapping my gums. Let's go, where's my, I always forget this sometimes. So we don't want a rate card. We want driving history. Okay. So I'll just go with the week that I most recently did. So this is the one this is this week, right? So I just finished this up. I drove Monday through yesterday and I finished up my bonus. My bonus was for 20 rides. And you can see this right here, top driver bonus. Actually, let me go I like so I'll tap the money sign down on the bottom and then we can get more into detail here. I like this view better. And then we'll go into each ride and see how much I average per ride. So $550 for this week so far. Like I said, that was like a Monday. Actually, I don't think I drove on Monday. I think the only drive I did one ride on Tuesday after I dropped off my daughter at daycare and came home, and then on Wednesday. So this is basically like Wednesday and Thursday. I was able to make all these rides. But 11 hours online. That online time doesn't really count as a legitimate evaluation of the time I spent online because like a lot of times I turn the app on black and just to collect the miles to write off the miles when I drive my daughter to daycare. And my daughter, I have to drive right now. My daughter daycare is like 25 miles away. So, and that's like 30 minutes each way. So a lot of that time online doesn't really count. But if you look at the book time, and I promise you, when I was actually in the economy mode and XL mode, I was getting rides nonstop. So that 7 hours nonstop, that was legit. That 7 hours and 30 minutes online or book time, that was legit. I was like driving the whole time. And so in that 8.5 hours, I made $550. So if we can do some math real quick, 550, divided by 7.5, that's $73 an hour. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's really good. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they're paying out really good bonuses right now. But don't forget, I was also driving with the Lyft XL. So, and if we look at my other stats going on here, my ride earnings were only 273. So basically, you can just like cut that money in half. So if I was $73 an hour, that would have been $37 an hour driving Lyft regular, which is not bad in itself, you know. Well, that's Lyft XL too, right? Because we're gonna break down the rides because you definitely get more. I made $13 in tips. That's not 10%. But here's the thing: when you're doing the XL, you barely ever get tips. I think I get more tips in the economy modes than I do in the XL and luxury modes or the premium modes. The top driver bonus. So that was the one right there. That's 250. You can see it. The second one down there. It says 250 for the top driver bonus. That was the bonus that I'm talking about. And when I see those bonuses is when I go out and drive. If I don't see those bonuses, I'm not going to go out and drive because it's just not worth it to me. It's worth it to get those extra bonuses. Like I said, $73 an hour. I want that all day. I want that all day. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you're not signed up for Lyft, you should definitely sign up for both Uber and for Lyft so that you can be ready to get these bonuses. You won't see these bonuses again. Come September when unemployment is up across the country, you're not going to see these bonuses anymore, especially here in Boston. If you're in Boston, you want to make money, now is the time. Link in the description. Sign up and drive. If you want to try and make money at the end of September after unemployment is over, forget it. You ain't gonna make money because these bonuses will be gone, and there'll be a ton of drivers. There'll be a ton of drivers out there. So let's go back a little bit. So this is the other week. So same thing. Yep, there's the bonus again. So, and I spent less time online here. So look at the total. I made more money and spent less time online or book time. So $630 divided by 7 point whatever. 630 divided by 7. So now I'm making $90 an hour for that week. Oh, and a streak bonus. So that was probably the other part that jumped me up. So you see where it says ride earnings 282, top driver bonus 250, and then streak bonus $60. Those streak bonuses really come in handy, and you'll see these on both Uber and Lyft. But Lyft was being kind of stingy with the streak bonuses this week. They didn't have a whole lot out there. But it's nice to hit those streak bonuses because those are some extras that you get. Guys, by the way, hey, if you're getting any value out of this, if you enjoy seeing the app, like smash up that like button, help me out. It also tells me and tells the algorithm that you like these type of videos so we can make more videos for you. Let's go back another week. Let's see. So just going through it now. Okay, so that week I didn't drive. That week I didn't drive. I think there was another one in here somewhere. They had a really good one here. Oh, that's 6 hours on. Look at that bonus, that top driver bonus. That was $400, and that was for 20 rides. So I got $400 for 20 rides. Like, you better believe I was out there driving for that one. I wish they would bring that one back because that one was like really sick. What other questions do you guys have right now? Can I help anyone? I really want to dig into those other videos about the car. Maybe I'll get into that right now. It's only 3:35. I want to go till like 4 o'clock. But my brother called me. He never calls me, so I got to text him. I don't want to do it on here, though. Maybe I'll do it on my computer because I can do it on there. Caroline, so money from bonuses is definitely booming right now because of lack of drivers, but are you saying it won't be worth it in the rideshare anymore after September? Great question, Caroline. So here's what I think. I think that after September or after August, I think in September, the unemployment stops, right? The federal government cuts off the unemployment. So what I'm thinking is that you'll have a bunch of drivers just sitting at home right now collecting unemployment. So what I think is going to happen when the unemployment stops after August, beginning of September, all those drivers who were collecting unemployment are going to be back on the road trying to earn. So these bonuses are in place and these guarantees are in place to incentivize you to drive. So when they have a ton of drivers out there, there's not going to be any incentive. There's going to be a ton of drivers on the road. It's going to be mayhem. And these bonuses are going to go away. So like if you want to make money now, I would drive right now. I would drive right now as much as possible. If you're saving up for something, if you're saving up for, what I would do is drive a ton right now. I would take advantage of all the bonuses right now between Uber and Lyft, make as much money as possible, stack as much money as you can, and invest in something. Invest in something for yourself, for a new business, a new type of business. I would buy take some courses, learn something, a new skill. Like I was talking about Fiverr. You can go onto Fiverr and you can learn some skills on Fiverr. I wish I was more prepared, and I guess I'll do this for the next video. I'll show you what I do on Fiverr, and then show you how to get started on there as well for next one. I think I covered most of the things I wanted to talk about. I'm still here, I still want to answer your questions, so definitely let me know. But that would be my advice right now is like drive as much as you can, develop an exit strategy. I talk about this in a lot of my videos, and figure out what it is that you want to do, and start making, you have 3 months basically. You have June, July, August, right? So you have 3 months to make it happen. You have 3 months to give yourself another avenue, an exit strategy, a direction where you can go and you can not have to drive so much. Like on Fiverr, if you do it right, you could supplement your rideshare income for doing freelancing on Fiverr, or I'm just talking about what I'm doing. So it might be different for you. Some people like flip furniture and they flip things and stuff like that. If you don't want to get a regular job, if you don't want to be a W-2 employee, that is something that I would start looking into, because believe it or not, there's going to be a ton of people on the road and a ton of drivers on the road, and there's not going to be a ton of money. There's not going to be a ton of money. There's not going to be good opportunities like there is right now. I love that I can go out right now with these guarantees, these bonuses, and I can just drive at any time and I get to collect on those bonuses. Now, when the surge pricing comes back into effect, you have to be out at certain times, at the busy times, just to get those bonuses, which kind of sucks. That's something I definitely don't like. I don't like doing. But okay, this one right here that we're looking at on the screen, I mean, that was a sick bonus. $400 for that ride bonus for 20 rides, $20 per ride extra that I got. But I'm looking at my ride earnings right now, and I got $157. This is prior to when I learned that, and like I said, this was the hack. This is the tip. This is the pro tip right now for rideshare drivers. If you have an XL vehicle inside the city, they were all like just short rides, and it kept me within the city, and I made more per ride. So let's go into the dashboard and let's go see a breakdown of the rides, because this is what I want to see. That's so far. We'll go to driving history. So this is like this week, so we can see what's going on. We'll take an average per ride here. Oh, but I can't see the details on the ride. But it doesn't tell you. I want to see the type of ride. It just gives you the it does. Okay. So what the heck? But it doesn't here. It just shows my payout history. Wait a minute. Okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. My bad. Okay, so now we can see some details. Caroline, you're second guessing. Let's see. Should I just stick to hustling with my regular car, regular Uber and Lyft, and not make the move to upgrade vehicle yet, considering bonuses are going to stop in September? Now I'm second guessing. Caroline, it's a commitment. It's a commitment. So if you're going to upgrade the vehicle, just be prepared that, yeah, you might not make the same amount of money that you were before, So you really have to like lock in. You really have to lock in your strategy. I think that really counts a lot, especially when if you're going to have an XL vehicle, you have to figure out the game. It won't really change, right? And you're going to get a higher rate when you're doing the XL, which I think is better. The numbers that we went over, the XL is like the way to go. But are you going to get as many rides? I don't know. What I did a lot of time when I was sitting in my car waiting for those premium rides, because the bonuses, weren't always there, I always brought my laptop. I always brought my laptop, and I was working. I was trying to build my business. So you really have to hustle, That's just something I think you have to like figure out for you, and figure out what's going to be best for you in your situation. I'm just trying to think like, I don't really know LA, but I know people are out there making some pretty good money. And you really capitalize on those long rides. What I tried to do all the time was get a long ride. I was always looking, when the bonuses weren't there, it was all about getting those long rides with the XL. But even if you're ping-ponging all over the city, I mean, look at the rates right here that I'm, on mine. You can see some XLs. You can see some XLs there. They're short rides. They're 3 minutes long. What was that? That 18-minute ride for $21. 17-minute ride for $11. Excuse me. But then if you look, starting from the top down, if you look at the Lyft ride, that was $11.26 for 7 miles and 17 minutes. Another Lyft, 1.86 miles, 11 minutes. A Lux, I made $15 on that, and that was for 11 minutes, 1.7 miles. I mean, just look at the differences. You can see how it starts to go up. There's an XL for like, it was 3 minutes long. For they gave me a $3 tip. Lyft XL, 18 minutes, $21. Lyft XL, 17 minutes, $11.74. It was only 2 miles. A Lyft XL for 15 miles. I mean, look at that one, that $38 one. I'll put it up to the top so it makes sense. 15 miles, 24 minutes, $38. Great ride. Great ride. I mean, these are the ones that you want. A Lyft, $8. Lyft, $18. That was for 36 minutes. I spent 36 minutes. I was so like, and this is when I had it. I think this is when I had my epiphany, because this was in the morning. I was trying to bang out a bunch of rides in the morning. And then I got this ride that took me like all the way through the city. It wasn't on the highway. It was all through the lights. It was through the single school zone that I could possibly go through for a Lyft. So I spent 36 minutes and made $18. And we traveled 10 miles. I mean, what a horror. The customer wasn't bad, but it was just like the whole ride. It was just like killed my average. I was trying to bang out a bunch of rides in the morning, and this ride just killed me. And that's what I'm saying. Like when you get an XL ride for those long miles, what was that? Let me put it up to the top. Okay, I can't. But that's the $18.22 for a Lyft ride for 10 miles, 36 minutes. Now, if that was 10 miles for a Lyft XL, I'm going to get an extra dollar, right? So that'd be $10 more. It'd be $10 more in that 30 minutes. So that really helps your averages, which is, I think, is a big deal. And if you just look at the rates here, if you look at time-wise compared to what I'm getting paid on Lyft as compared to like time-wise what I'm getting paid with an XL, the XL is just much higher. So you will get a higher rate. Really good insight. Thank you for the advice. LA is a pretty good market regardless, so that's also good. Yeah, and like I was saying, like with the XL, I think like what you'll get, especially if you're inside the city, what you're going to get is groups of people just ping-ponging around the city. They're going out to dinner, they're going home from dinner, they're going to an event or something like that. Especially if you have a lot of events like in LA. I think honestly, I'm just going to make this assumption. I think in any city, I think an XL vehicle is the way to go. You get the minivan and you do an XL and you get a bunch of, you're just going to get these short rides, which I think is really going to pay off. And if you're savvy enough, you can figure out where to position yourself to get those longer XL rides, which are going to pay off big time. I think that's like the best way to do it, the best way to profit. And like I said, if you get the hybrid, then you can, easily take advantage of the economy rides too. Like let's say it's dead with XL. You have an XL vehicle and it's dead, and now you have a hybrid minivan or an electric minivan. Chrysler has the electric minivan, and I'm sure there's got to be more electric minivans coming out, but right now they're just too expensive. So I definitely wouldn't get a brand new one. All right, if you're gonna go anything, get at least a 3-year-old car. Probably 5 years is the way to go. I lean toward the side of a newer car rather than an older vehicle, because with the older vehicle, you're just going to have a lot of maintenance costs. With the newer car, your cost is more fixed because you'll have a car payment, and that will basically be your cost of the car, besides tires, brakes, the normal stuff, oil changes. With the older car, you're going to start talking about struts, shocks, timing belts, all the water pumps, all the stuff that goes wrong with a car after 100,000 miles, right? And you don't want those kind of problems. Plus, when you get a newer car, it's nicer and you actually enjoy driving it. If you're going to spend 8, 10, 12 hours a day in your car, have something nice. And I really learned this with my Acura MDX. Like, it was a 3-year-old car. 3-year-old car when I bought it. And yeah, I paid $30,000 for it, and it had 30,000 miles on it. And it was awesome, and I loved driving the car, and everybody, everybody loved my car. Like, it was just a nice car, and I really enjoy it, and I still enjoy it today. It's got 114,000 miles on it now. I killed that car. like I drove so many miles on that car, and and right now, I've had to start putting money into it. I had to do a timing belt, the water pump, and now I have to put some struts on it. So, once you get to 100,000, yeah, that's when your costs for maintenance start going up, way, way up. So I really think that's like the best way to go is XL, especially if you live in the city. That would be the way to do it, a hybrid, and then go from there. But you know what? I think we can. What are we gonna do here? Oh, there it is again. Okay, so hey, just a real quick reminder, if you want to sign up for Lyft, link is in the description. Sign up to drive. This is in Boston. It's $2,500 guarantee for 160 rides in your first 30 days. Like I said, if you took the challenge and you signed up and drove and you finished your challenge, your 30-day challenge, you're going to get a free dash cam from me. During that time, you're going to get free coaching from me before you finish. So I'm here to help you out in any way that I can, to answer any questions that you may have. But let's see. I want to say hybrid minivans used. I like Car Gurus. Where's my Car Gurus? There they are. I just like this. I like this platform the best. Um, so that one's, let's see, let's filter it. Price. Let's go as high as 8. No, well, reset it. I can't change that. No, all of them. What's going on here? All cars. Body style. Minivan. Let's go 5 years old. So let's go back as far. You know what? Let's do 2015. Radius 50 miles. Maximum, we're going to go 30. Done. Let's do a search. Is a Toyota Sienna. How can I put on hybrid? Is that the drivetrain? No. Fuel type. Flex fuel. Does that mean hybrid? I do like certified pre-owns, but that's only that one. I'll say done. Let's see what we got. So now you're going to get the Dodges. Hey, and listen, you know, and that price right there is pretty good. So it's 15,000, but the miles are too high. You know, let me filter that out. You know what? I want to take that off. No, I can't put the mileage on there. All right. Well, anyways. So the Dodge Caravan. Okay. There's one right there. The 2019 Dodge Caravan front wheel drive. It's not a hybrid though. Who makes the hybrids? New search. Body style. Minivan. That's fine. Miles. Maximum miles. Let's do a maximum of 50,000 miles. Done with that. Okay, search now. When did the hybrid vans come out? Honda Odyssey. I like the Hondas and the Toyotas. I know I saw a Toyota the other day that was a hybrid, so I think that that's like a great way to go. I was looking at that. Let me just search that. Let me just go Toyota minivan hybrid used. All right, we'll go to Herb Chambers. He's a big dealer around here. that one a hybrid? I think I have to make another video for this one because this is taking too long to find. Thanks everybody for being patient here. Hybrid. No, hybrid. Is it 2021? Is that like the earliest we can get? So it says right here, okay, you may say that the 2021 Toyota Sienna is all in on hybridization. This is because there's no longer a gas-only version available. The front end all, okay, so I think that the hybrid was around for a little bit longer, but I want to do a little bit more research. I want to dig a little bit more. But that'll be the next video, guys. Maybe it'll be here on the end screen by the time that you watch this, if you're watching on the replay. Other than that, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And Macru, yes, go to the body style. It's only showing the Chrysler models. Yeah, the Chrysler has the electric and hybrid version. So, but thanks everyone for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.